Welcome to Montreal, the largest city in Canada's Quebec province, set on an island of St. Lawrence River and named after Montreal, the triple peaked hill at the heart of the city. Its boroughs, many of which were once independent cities, include neighborhoods ranging from cobblestone oldmontreal with the Gothic revival Notre-Dame basilica at its center to the Bohemian plateau filled with amazing cafes and lively neighborhoods.
Our journey started at around 8 a.m. in the morning from Mississauga and we took our first stop after crossing east coast of GTA.
सो हम लोग कनाडा में फ़र्स्ट टाइम हमने इतना लंबा ट्रैवल किया है बाय कार. सो मैं सोचा ये भी बता दूँ कि यहाँ पे जो रास्ते में रेस्ट स्टॉप्स होते हैं उनको ऑन रूट कहते हैं. एंड उसमें लाइक एक छोटा सा प्लाजा बना होता है, वॉशरूम्स होते हैं विच आर वेरी क्लीन एंड टिम होटल्स होता है. तो ऑब्वियसली कनाडा है तो टिम होटल्स तो हर जगह होगा. और 2-4 ऐसे खाने के फास्ट फूड चेन ऑप्शंस होंगे, सबवे, बर्गर किंग, A&W, ऐसे कुछ भी ऑप्शंस होते हैं. एंड हर 70-80 किलोमीटर्स के अराउंड पे वो आता ही है. सो लाइक गाड़ी भी लाइक 100 के ऊपर ही चल रही होती है. सो कभी ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कि ओके बहुत देर हो गई है एंड कोई स्टॉप नहीं आया. एंड यूजली वो रोड के दोनों साइड ही होते हैं, तो आपको डिटूर लेके लाइक ऑपोजिट साइड भी नहीं जाना पड़ता है.
After reaching Midway, we thought about taking some diversions as we wanted to see the historic city of Kingston, also known as the Limestone City due to its heritage buildings built from local limestone. Situated on the northeastern shore of Lake Ontario, Kingston was also named the first capital of the United Province of Canada in 1841.
It gave such a vibrant family city vibe with its beautiful lakeside parks, numerous canals, and enchanting downtown filled with heritage buildings. After that, we also wanted to pass through the beautiful Thousand Islands area for a scenic drive. So instead of following the route suggested by Google Maps, we took a detour and added multiple stops on the Thousand Islands Parkway and later merged back on the actual highway.
Finally, after traveling 7 long hours, multiple detours and a lot of traffic, we reached the beautiful city of Montreal. Because we reached in the evening, our first day's plan was just to casually stroll around the enchanting old town and to watch the Notre-Dame Basilica's Aura show, which we had booked in advance. So because of the show, we had to reach the Basilica on time, but first it was time to grab something to eat, specifically a pizza.
We had already done a lot of research on the much hyped food scene in Montreal, so we were carrying a list along with us of all the places we really wanted to try during our visit. So the first place we tried was Slice and Soda, and OMG, what an experience it was. Such a delicious and fresh pizza with truffle oil on top, and the rustic interior of the cafe only added to the experience. So if you are a foodie like us, make sure to watch both the videos for some must visit recommendations because the food scene in Montreal is worth all the hype.
Finally, it was time to see the Aura show. We had a combo ticket for the Aura experience and sightseeing for the next day, which costed us $86 for the both of us, but honestly, we felt it was not worth the hype. We did not enjoy the Aura show as much as it lacked a storyline which we feel was critical to bind the experience together. For sightseeing, because you get a chance to stay back after the Aura show anyway, so it was not very useful to come back again at a different time just to see the Basilica.
Streets of Old Montreal are always full of life, lively plazas, and charming cafes. It's true that the streets and the architecture oozes European vibes. We spent most of our time exploring the old town and just roaming and soaking in the beauty of pretty streets and their lovely vibe. Then we went to a cute little ice cream shop called Mlle Catherine located at the Jack Cartier Place. We had their salted caramel gelato dipped in Ferrero Rocher sauce. It was truly amazing and we would rate it 10 on 10. On that sweet note, we ended our first day in Montreal as we were really tired after traveling the entire day and wanted to catch up on some sleep.
The next day, we started from Longueuil, a suburb next to the island of Montreal. On our way to Montreal, we crossed the very famous Jacques Cartier Bridge, which looks great at night as well. Because street parking is usually a little difficult to find, we had planned to park in a parking lot near the new Montreal downtown, which we planned to visit today.
पार्किंग का इतना पंगा है ना मॉन्ट्रियल में, सब कुछ फ्रेंच में लिखा होता है, कहीं इंग्लिश है ही नहीं, ठीक है। सो यू हैव टू फिगर आउट कि मैं क्या लिखा हुआ है। तो गूगल ट्रांसलेट की ऐप है, गूगल ट्रांसलेट की ऐप को मैं हर जगह कन्वर्ट करता हूँ पहले देखने के लिए कि एक्चुअली वो बोल क्या रहा है, एंड देन आई ट्राई टू फिगर आउट कि करना क्या है, नहीं तो मतलब पर्ची लगी मिलेगी या गाड़ी मिलेगी ही नहीं।
After struggling a little bit with French, we finally realized that most of the machines have a button to switch the language from French to English. So make sure you use that button in case you only know a few words in French like us. We have also mentioned a few apps in the description box which we used to find the parking beforehand, and an app which we figured out on our last day via which you can extend your parking through your phone.
Next on our list was an authentic Italian cafe, Cafe Olympico. They have multiple locations in the city, but we chose to go to the nearest one, which was close to McGill station. Unfortunately, that turned out to be the smallest one and had only options of getting coffee and limited snacks. We ordered cappuccinos and one of their desserts, which turned out to be really good. We also wanted to try their cannoli, but it was already sold out. After exploring a bit of new downtown area and getting a few more photos clicked along the way, our next stop was the Museum of Fine Arts.
So अभी वी आर एट म्यूज़ियम ऑफ फाइन आर्ट्स। यहाँ पे एक्चुअली में जो इसके साइड का रोड है वो भी पूरा आर्टिस्टिक है, बनाया हुआ है कि हाँ ठीक है म्यूज़ियम ऑफ फाइन आर्ट्स आप आए हो, आपको फील आ जाएगी। अभी अंदर जाके देखते हैं कैसा होता है। एंड लाइक बाहर से स्ट्रक्चर्स बहुत सुंदर हैं, स्पेशली ओल्ड मॉन्ट्रियल के जितने भी स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं बिल्डिंग्स के बहुत ब्यूटीफुल हैं। एक्चुअली में पूरी यूरोप वाली फीलिंग आती है, ऐसे ही नहीं कहते हैं कि मॉन्ट्रियल में यूरोप वाली फीलिंग आती है। सो फॉर म्यूज़ियम ऑफ फाइन आर्ट्स यहाँ पे ये जो दो सबसे ज़्यादा डेकोरेटिव से बिल्डिंग दिख रहे हैं, वहाँ से एंट्री नहीं है। सो देयर इज़ अ न्यू बिल्डिंग एट माई बैक जहाँ पे ये दो हार्ट्स लगे हुए हैं, एंट्री यहाँ से होगी एंड द बिल्डिंग्स आर इंटरकनेक्टेड, सो यू विल गो वाया एन अंडरग्राउंड पाथ टू go to this building.
The museum is closed on Mondays and the tickets are for 24 CAD each, but we checked in using Canoe app, being permanent residents, so it was free for us. Canoe is an app where you get free entry to multiple touristy locations in Canada for an year after you become a PR or a citizen.
The museum has multiple floors and buildings and is really huge, but you do get a map and there are multiple staff members available throughout the premises so that you don't get lost. After the museum, we went to the basilica sightseeing, for which we had purchased a ticket as part of the Aura combo. Again, it was not really worth it because after the Aura show, you get to spend some time inside anyway. So we recommend to book only one, either the Aura or the general entry ticket. But we still went there because we already had the ticket and also because we really wanted to go to the Chinatown, which is just a few minutes walk from the basilica.
Regardless of which city you are in, the most common neighborhood that you'll find yourself exploring is Chinatown. Chinatown contains many Asian restaurants, food markets, convenience stores, as well as being home to many of Montreal's East Asian community centers. Based on our list, we went to Qing Hua Dumplings where we ordered their fried veg dumplings. So Mickey had to compromise because of me, but they were so yummy. We definitely recommend giving these a shot if you are in Montreal. After exploring a bit more of Chinatown, we had to rush to our car because the parking ticket we had purchased was going to expire, and till that time we hadn't figured out the app for renewing the parking without physically being there.
After that, the next thing on our list was to try the famous Montreal Bagels. We thought of trying St. Viatuer as they have a bagel sandwich option as well, which seemed quite tempting. We went to their Mile End location, but unfortunately, they only sell bagels at that location and sandwiches are only available at their cafe near Montreal. So disappointed by not getting the bagel sandwich, we thought of trying the famous Kem Coba sorbet, which is near the same area. This ice cream shop is very high rated and usually makes a list of top places to try in Montreal. It was really good, but personally we liked Mlle Catherine more and was craving for their gelato even after having a sorbet at Kem Coba.
Now for the dinner, one thing we definitely wanted to try is the most famous dish in Quebec cuisine, the poutine. which is a dish of French fries and cheese curd topped with a brown gravy and additional toppings. We went to La Banquise. This is one of the most famous places for trying poutine in Montreal. They are serving poutine since 1968 and is open 24 hours. Irrespective of the time, there is usually a lineup outside this restaurant. Luckily for us, this place serves vegetarian-friendly options as well, which was great for me. Finally, after waiting for 10-15 minutes, we got to sit inside and the food was worth all the hype and the wait. We would definitely recommend this place and thought of visiting once again. So that was the wrap up of our day 1 and 2 in Montreal. Do wait for the next part as Montreal still has a lot to offer. Till then, bye bye and take care.